Relocating for retirement is a decision that comes with a lot of factors to consider, particularly the financial aspects. It's essential to conduct thorough research and analysis before making this important decision. One of the key considerations when thinking about relocating for retirement is the cost of living in the potential new location. The cost of living includes a wide variety of expenses such as housing, healthcare, groceries, utilities, and transportation, among others. Some locations, especially those popular with retirees like Florida and Arizona, may offer a lower cost of living compared to others. It's also worth noting that in some countries, like Mexico or Thailand, your retirement savings could stretch even further. When considering the cost of living, housing is often the biggest expense. Whether you're planning to rent or buy a home in your new location, it's important to consider how these costs will impact your retirement savings. Don't forget to factor in property taxes, which can vary widely from place to place. Even if the cost of a home is less in a new location, high property taxes could offset this benefit. Healthcare is another critical cost to consider. Medicare is generally accepted across the US, but the cost and access to quality healthcare can vary widely depending on location. Some places may have higher premiums, co-pays, and out-of-pocket maximums than others. If you're considering moving to another country for retirement, remember that Medicare generally does not provide coverage outside of the United States. Another financial aspect to consider is the tax implications of moving. Some states, like Florida and Texas, have no state income tax, which can be a boon for retirees. On the other hand, some states may tax Social Security benefits or withdrawals from retirement accounts. It's also important to remember that sales and property tax rates can vary, and they could add to your tax bill. Next, consider the cost of transportation. If you choose a walkable city with good public transportation, you might be able to save money by owning fewer vehicles. On the other hand, if public transportation is lacking and distances are great, owning a car might be a necessity. Remember to factor in not only the cost of a car but also maintenance, insurance, and fuel. Don't forget about the everyday living expenses, too. The price of groceries, dining out, entertainment, and other day-to-day expenses can add up. Research the average cost of these items in your potential new location. Another financial consideration is the potential for earning money. If you plan to work part-time during retirement, investigate the job market in the potential location. Similarly, if you want to start a small business, look into the local market conditions, competition, and licensing requirements. One financial aspect often overlooked is the cost of moving itself. Hiring professional movers, especially for long distances, can be expensive. Additionally, you may need to factor in travel expenses for multiple trips back and forth, especially if you're keeping ties to your original location. Another consideration is your family's location. If you plan on frequent visits to see your children or grandchildren, the cost of travel should be factored into your decision. Additionally, you may want to consider whether you might need to support a family member financially in the future, which could influence your decision about where to live. A part of the planning process should also include potential emergency situations. For instance, in the event of a natural disaster, is the new location prone to them, and what are the insurance costs? Understanding these elements can prevent surprise expenses down the line. If you have a specific hobby or interest, factor in related expenses. For instance, if you're an avid golfer, what are the golf club membership costs in the new area? Or if you're interested in art classes, how much do they tend to cost? Lastly, it's important to remember that while financial considerations are essential, they're just one part of the equation. Non-financial factors such as climate, community, proximity to family, access to hobbies, and overall lifestyle should also play a significant role in your decision. Make sure that any location you're considering fits not only your budget but also your vision for your retirement lifestyle. In conclusion, relocating for retirement is a significant decision that requires careful thought and planning. Consider all the financial implications, from the cost of living and healthcare to taxes and transportation. But remember to also consider the non-financial aspects. After all, retirement is not just about making ends meet, it's about enjoying your life.